everybody, it's Adorkableiz77 and today I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial based off a look I did yesterday that I wore to work. I got a lot of compliments on it, so I thought I would just share with you guys how I did this look. The first thing I did is because it's still summertime, I wanted to do more of like a golden look. So I want to do a very sun-kissed look. So what I did is I took my L'Oreal True Match in W4, which is more yellow toned and warm. And then I took my NYX HD foundation, which is a lot darker than I am. It matches more of my arms than my face, and this matches more of my face. So to kind of give myself more of a even look on my face and kind of give myself more of a tan look, I decided to mix the two foundations together. So I'm just gonna start doing that, and I'm gonna take the True Match first and put it on the back of my hand. This doesn't have a pump, so it's kind of cumbersome. So I get more of the True Match than I get of the NYX, but I'm just going to put one pump of the NYX HD foundation in medium onto the back of my hand, like so. Then I'm going to grab my Royal Care Cosmetics stippling brush, and I'm just going to mix the two together on the back of my hand. And then I'm just going to start applying it to my face. Next, I'm going to be taking my MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NW30. As you can see, I've hit pan. I've used this quite a bit. And I'm just going to be taking my finger and applying the concealer in NW30, which is a cool undertone, to my dark circles. And what's really interesting about this, I didn't know, but apparently if you have more of a warm undertone, and I do have more of a warm undertone even though I'm neutral meaning I can wear gold and silver and it looks good on me, but if you have more of a yellow tone, which I have more of a yellow tone because my neutral skin tone leans more towards the warmer side than the cooler side, if you put an opposite color, undertone color, in your concealer, it's going to cover your dark circles a lot better, especially if it's like a peachy color, if you're of medium skin tone. Okay, next I'm going to grab my Rimmel London Stay Matte translucent powder and Sandstorm. As you can see, I've also hit pan with this. And my e.l.f. powder brush, flat top brush. And I'm just gonna set my makeup really quick. Because like I said, the NYX foundation tends to make me look oily. And I do have combination skin. And it says it's good for all skin types, but to be honest, I think it's better for dry skin than it is for oily combination skin. Just saying, if you're gonna buy that foundation, because it is a good foundation, it's not like, the finish on it tends to get greasy. But it's awesome for pictures. Like when I take pictures and I want to look good, I just like use that foundation and it takes really awesome pictures. Just saying. And with Flower Beauty Cosmetics Shimmering Goddess bronzer. It's a matte bronzer. It's this bronzer right here. And my Royal Care Cosmetics angled brush. And I'm going to start contouring my face. I'm going to go under my chin and define my jawline. And then take it down my neck. Like, bring it down towards like my collarbone. Fish face time. Now I'm going to go back into the Shimmering Goddess bronzer, and I'm going to start by applying it to my hairline. Don't worry if it looks a little bit too dark, just keep blending it out with your brush. Kind of like make a 3 shape, if that makes any sense. Like, you want to get it good into your hairline. Because that's where the sun naturally hits. And I'm going to put some on my ears. I know that sounds weird to put like bronzer on your ears, but that's where the sun would just like naturally hit you. And okay, now that I have that done, I'm going to go into my e.l.f. contouring cream blush, and this is St. Lucia. I'm probably saying that right, or probably saying that wrong, but it's this one. I think they only have one cream blush, but here it is. There's a cream bronzer and then there's a cream blush. And I'm going to take the cream blush and then I'm going to smell, and I'm going to start applying it to the apples of my cheek and smell, and then start to blend it up. Now, if you have combinations skin like I do, or oily skin, if you use a cream blush, it tends to fade, so it's best to set with powder. So I'm going to be setting this cream blush with a powder, just to give it that extra lasting power, because I just really like how cream blush just like makes my skin look dewy and glowy and just like really nice. Like it gives a really nice finish to the skin. So that's why I like to use cream blush, even though it's not 100% ideal for my skin type. I still like to use it. Next, I'm going to grab my Royal Care Cosmetics blush brush and another e.l.f. blush, but this time it's going to be in Peachy Keen, which looks like this. And I'm just going to directly apply this over the cream blush to set it. If you really want to get a sun-kissed kind of glow look to your face, you're going to want to use a blush that has gold shimmer. And more items that have like a gold or bronze tone to them, it'll just really help you look more sun-kissed. My Too Faced Sweet Indulgence palette for another highlight bronzer. And I'm going to be using Sunny Bunny and this small fluffy brush. It kind of looks like a blush brush, but it's really small. And the Sunny Bunny light bronzer. And I'm going to use this to highlight. So I'm going to put this on top of my cheekbones. And you're going to want to do this finger whiffs away from your eye or 2 finger whiffs away from your eye when you're applying highlighter to your cheeks. Up on my temple. Take my pinky and dip it into the same bronzer, and I'm going to place it right on my Cupid's bow. Next, I'm going to take my EOS lip balm and apply it to my lips as a base. Just going to let that base sink into my skin, and then I'm going to go back into a different matte bronzer, and this one has a different tone to it. So this is a little bit warmer than the first bronzer that we used, and this is NYX matte bronzer in medium. And I'm just going to go over a little bit of the contouring on my face. Bronzer. So like I said, you could just use one, you don't really have to use 2. And for the lipstick, I got a lot of questions on what lipstick this is when I wore this lipstick to work. And it's from FLIRT Cosmetics. It's sold in Kohl's, and it's called 25 Goddess, and it's a high wattage, meaning it has a lot of shimmer and sparkle in it. It has like, I don't know if you guys can see that, like gold specks of glitter in it. It kind of has like this reddish copper tint to it. It's definitely a very darker lipstick if you have darker skin tone than I do, or if you have the same skin tone. You might want to check this out, or at least swatch it. Okay, now that I've applied the lipstick, I'm going to go in and start doing the eyes. Now I'm going to be using a combination of palettes to do it. If you don't have these palettes, just try to look for colors that are similar. They don't have to be exact. Like, everybody's different, so you can use either lighter or darker colors depending on your skin tone to achieve the same look. It's just whatever suits your needs. Too Faced Shadow Insurance Eye Primer as my base. And I'm going to apply that onto my finger and start applying that to my upper lids. What I'm going to go for first is my Jasmine Volume 2 Storybook Palette from Sephora. If you don't have this palette, no worries, just use, try to find similar colors. Sand in the Glass. And if I were you, I would just look for a light gold color, or like a candlelight color, something really light and like in a gold tone. So this is the first color I'm going to be using right here. To the inner corners of my eyes to brighten and kind of make my eyes appear like they're further apart because I have very close set eyes. And plus, using a golden tone inner corner highlight makes you appear more tan, if that makes any sense. I'm gonna go back into my Jasmine palette, but I'm gonna use bronzer, the bronzer in the palette, for an eyeshadow. And the bronzer in here is called Golden Sands. It's this color right here. And this really does help make you look more sun-kissed, more glowy. And I'm just gonna start by like blending in the highlight color and the bronzer on my eyelid. Slightly going into the crease with the bronzer. Next, I'm going to take my angled Royal Care Cosmetics brush, and I'm going back into my Jasmine palette for the color Bazaar, which is a matte dark brown. And tapping off the excess, I'm gonna go underneath, really close to my eyelash line. Define my lower lash line a little bit. I'm also going to take this and use the same brush, and I'm going to go into my crease about halfway, so right here. And I'm just gonna blend this out a little bit. I'm going into my crease, but not all the way. And then bring it down and connecting it. I'm going to be taking is my 88 Warm palette. You don't necessarily have to use this palette. I'm just using it for the peachy color for the brow bone. If you have a different skin tone than me, you can use a completely different eyebrow color. It's whatever suits your skin tone. I'm just going to grab this matte peach eyeshadow right here. And I'm just gonna do my brow bone really quick. I'm gonna start curling my eyelashes with my Revlon eyelash curler. Next, I'm going to be taking my Tarte's Camera Lashes mascara, and the wand looks like this. It's more of a dry mascara, and it seems to like really get in there and build my eyelashes up. So I'm going to start wiggling. Next, I'm going to be doing the lower lashes.